Alicia from the Smithtown Library, and today I'm here to share a book review with you and to suggest some other great titles. I'm the moderator for the library's Killer Reads book discussion, where we read books in the thriller, suspense, and mystery genres. The book I am sharing with you today is The Ruin by Dervla McTiernan, and it was our April selection for the group, so let's hop into a little synopsis. Galway, Ireland, 1993. Young Irish policeman Cormac Riley is called to a scene he never forgets. Two silent, neglected children, 15-year-old Maud and 5-year-old Jack, are waiting for him at a crumbling country house. Upstairs, their mother lies dead. 20 years later, a body surfaces in the River Corrib. At first, it looks like an open and shut case, but then doubt is cast on the investigation. The findings and questions of the integrity of the police arise. Cormac is thrown back into the cold case that has haunted his entire career, and what links the two deaths occurring 2 decades apart. As he navigates his way through police politics and the ghosts of the past, Detective Riley uncovers shocking secrets and finds himself questioning who among his colleagues he can trust. What really happened in that house where he first met Maud and Jack? We'll have to find out. The Ruin really draws us deep into the dark heart of Ireland and asks us who will protect you when the authorities can't or won't. So my review of this book, it's really a story of family, loyalty, secrets, police politics, and murder, all culminating to produce a highly praised debut novel from this author. The title drew me in first to this book because it has a double meaning attached. In English, ruin means downfall, but in Irish, it actually means mystery. So the title really sets the tone for this book. Now, the prologue opens with a really shocking scene where the author sets up the main character, Garda, Cormac Riley, for a case that he's never going to be able to put aside in his mind. He attends a call labeled as a domestic, but finds a dead mother and 2 very neglected children, and this has a profound effect on him. Cormac is pulled back into this terrible scene when another case 20 years later connects, and officers are swift to want to close the new case as a suicide, but the evidence doesn't match up. Cormac needs to work to prove this case wasn't a suicide, but as he digs further, the hints of corruption test his trust in a lot of different ways. There are some clunky parts to this book, but the writing and the talent on display here really make you stick with it. The atmosphere drips through in this novel. It's vivid, haunting, and really quite compelling. Galway, Ireland is richly presented. The landscape, the history, the culture, and the politics add so much depth to this book that many mysteries or other police procedural pieces can sometimes lack. That is partially what makes this a standout crime thriller and a really amazing debut from Dervla McTiernan. The Ruin is cleverly structured as it alternates between the shared narration of policeman Cormac Riley and Aisling, who is the partner of the victim of the body that was found in the river. There's a hook at the end of each chapter that makes the book really hard to put down. You just want to know what's going to come next. I will say it's also good to see a new breed of leading crime protagonist here with Cormac Riley. Cormac is straightforward, loyal, caring. He isn't greatly damaged like a lot of famous literary detectives I've read over the years. He does have flaws, so we know that he's human, but he's a refreshing character to follow. Now, The Ruin came out in 2018 and is the first in the Cormac Riley series. The second title, The Scholar, came out in 2019, and there was a third installment called The Good Turn, which was just released this past February. So if you're looking for a great series to dig your teeth into while we're all home and social distancing, Cormac Riley is a good series to get into, and I highly suggest The Ruin. Now, if you like thrillers, suspense, or mystery titles, I'm also going to share a few quick favorites from this past year with you that are sure to keep your reading list long as we're all staying away. Three of my recent favorites that I'm happy to pass along are The Chain by Adrienne McKinty. Give you a little summary. Your phone rings, the voice on the other end tells you that they've kidnapped your child. To get them back, you must kidnap someone else's child or yours dies. You're now part of the chain. How far will you go to save your child? My second pick of the last year would be Lock Every Door by Riley Sagar. The summary for this one is no visitors, no nights spent away, no disturbing the other residents. These are the only rules for Jules Larson's new job as an apartment sitter at the Bartholomew of Manhattan's high-profile and mysterious building. When a fellow apartment sitter disappears, Jules' search for the truth digs her deep into the building's dark history. She must expose the truth before her temporary status becomes a permanent one. And my third pick that I'm happy to share with you is called The First Mistake by Sandy Jones. It's an addictive domestic suspense about a wife, her husband, and the woman she supposedly thought was her best friend. Now I'm going to leave that third one vague, since it will be our June selection for the Killer Reads book discussion. Please join us virtually if you'd like to. We read, as I said, thriller, suspense, and mystery books every month and have a lovely discussion around them. If you would like to join that, details for the discussion and all of our other programs can be found on the Stay Home page of our library website. And thank you for joining me today. I hope you found a book that you love. We can't wait to see you in our building soon, but until then, stay well and continue to visit the library's website at www.smithlib.org for more programs and resources. Thank you.